Hey there! Since my last couple of videos where I was chatting, some of you said that you really enjoy this content and you'd rather have some of this for a while I'm sitting here. So let's chat. If you are a reseller and on any platform and you just want to hear some background chitter chatter, I hope my lighting's good. Anyway, if you want to hear some background chitter chatter, here I am. I am doing my inventory and I just left everything as is because I want you to see a real reseller's, or at least my real reseller's workspace at times. I know there are many that are very organized and I want to be them, but I'm not. And I know I can be, but this is how I work. So my name is Marion and I am Attire and Beyond on all social media. I do these YouTube videos to share with you what I do each day so that you could see maybe it's something that you want to put into your daily life. I want to try adjusting this light for us, okay? And I'm not editing. There we go. I'm not editing. This is going to be real. And you can see the light in my glasses. I'll try to avoid that. And I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, and I'm going to speak about that while I'm doing it. Now, some things I can't do the actual work because I am talking to you on my phone. I can actually on my laptop. And I may do that. We'll see. But for now, I just want to tell you a little bit about what I've just been doing. And I'm a reseller on Poshmark, a little bit on other platforms. I also send into the Real and had a retail store until the end of 2021. So my inventory is overflowing. Okay, so Pantology, size 8. So here's a jacket that I have on in my closet, right? I'm not saying it's a nice jacket. It's not. These are from a while ago. But what I'm doing is I'm going through the containers. And like I said, I am I don't care what it looks like as long as I could find things. So I'm going through my containers. I'm putting everything that I think is online on this side. And then I am putting the other stuff either on the floor or in a bag. So I already took things out, and I'm going to tell you what I would do with these. So I looked this one up in my closet, okay? And I was going to just fold it, but I do have to take pictures with it. But in my closet, I saw that the color is off, and so when I took the pictures, the color was off, and I left it like that because in the beginning I used to take pictures, put things away, and not look at them afterwards. So sometimes if things were in the wrong lighting, I even thought they were a different color. And the few things that got sent back to me because of color was my fault. So this one in the listing doesn't look as vibrant. It really doesn't have this color to it. So I'm going to take more pictures of this. As soon as I'm done taking the pictures, I'm rolling it up and it is going into this bin that I have over here. And I'm making sure it says the bin number, which is 324 on the inside. The SKU number is where I put it. So I also looked at this Eddie Bauer shirt. It just doesn't do justice. I think that I took pictures of these all at the same time. And I remember, if this was in the very beginning, doing it in my bathroom because the lighting was good there and I didn't have lights yet. And it just didn't do the clothes justice. Well, I shouldn't say that. The clothes look gorgeous. It's just that they're not the right colors, which makes a big difference. I'm going to move these now because I just wanted to leave it the way I really had it. Because I want you to see. Sometimes I'm a mess. until it's funny because I always say to my husband, it's the storm before the calm, right? I hope I can't, I don't think the lighting's great. There, the lighting's great. You know what? I might have to close this. Oops, I just leave it open when I'm not doing videos, so, but there, that's better. I'm sorry about that. You had some scenery for a while. All right, so then I took a look at this, and this is sheer, and this one looked pretty good. But again, I would just look at everything, and I know there are some things that the colors are off. Now, what I will also do as I'm doing this, I'm going to get my laptop so that I can work and you can work at the same time. I wish I would have made some coffee. Can I tell you my coffee story about this morning while I get some nourishment? Yeah. I'm going to chew and talk. Hey, if I'm going to be me, I'm going to be me. So, it's only a little nut. So, I brought the bins out because at first I was going to do it alone, and then I decided to do it with you. And I went to grab a bin, but at the same time grabbed my coffee cup. Literally. Picked it up, put the bin down. Needless to say. Let me finish chewing this. How rude. Needless to say. I'm sorry. Coffee all over the place. Now, when I say all over the place, I was very not happy because it spilled some of it on my pile of good dresses. Most that have been dry cleaned. So, I did have to. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you eat a peanut during a YouTube video. I'm sorry about that. That was rude. So anyway, they got a little yucky dirty. And I am now working on getting these little stains out and hope that they come out because these are expensive, very nice evening gowns. Okay, so let me get onto my Poshmark closet and I can show you just so that you can see. I think the last thing that should be up here, oh, it's not that jacket because I just put other things in. So I'm just going to show you for a quick second. Or not. Hold on. These are the kind of things that happen when you don't edit, so I'm sorry. So I just re-put these 4 things in. Excuse me. Yeah, this is a fun video, huh? So, all right. So I just put those 4 things in. And I put them into the bin number 324. Now, wish I could put this somewhere so that you could actually see what I'm doing. But I don't think that's going to happen today. So I re-put these things in. I put in, let's see, 4, 8, 11 so far. And I'm going to tell you the little changes that I made to them. So there's the Mickey Mouse top. If I hold it back here, maybe it won't change. This first red one. And when I looked at it, I saw that it was much more red than the actual Mickey top. So the first one that I put in, I edited and got it more to the color. Because some people may not like a red. Like this lipstick to some people may be like, whoa. And I'm like, oh, it's not red enough, you know. So same with tops. So perhaps if I saw the top the way it was, I would have bought it. And when I got it home, I wouldn't have been happy. So I'm making everything the right color. Actually, these 4 on top here, I made the right color because they weren't, and they've been in my closet a while. So I will always change it and relist. Now, I only change the first pictures on them, but I usually put something in the comments. The next row, I just added some things to the listing because as you do more and more, you'll learn all the cores. And if you don't know what I mean by that, there are names, aesthetics, and then names of what, how can I explain this better? Let's say that I dressed in these long, flowered, colorful, just Little House on the Prairie type things. There's a name for that. That person, that I should say that type of person, but that's not really the way to say it. The person who chooses to dress this way is cottagecore. And then you might see someone in the bright colors, like I'm going to say we used to wear in the 80s, but you may not have been born yet. But that I used to wear in the 80s, and like rainbow type colors and Hello Kitty, and that's kid core. So there are all different kind of aesthetics that you can use, and if people are wearing that type of aesthetic, they're looking for that. So words that I use, and one day I'll do a video just explaining them all, but words that I use in my listings are granny core, cottage core, fairy core, angel core. I'm trying to think of other aesthetics. Let me see if I have anything here. Here, I know I use a lot of Barbie core with pink, or things that I think Barbie would be wearing. Oh, I use ballet core. Lately, I've been using, and it's not cores, but neutral, contemporary, minimalist. So just things that you add to your listings that can make a difference. Somebody might be looking up minimalist and your listings will come up, where if that wasn't in there before, it wouldn't come up. So what I am doing now is I'm going to look at this. I'm going to take a look at the label. And if you're not watching and you're doing your work, I'll explain it so that you can understand. I'm looking at a dress, and the name of it is Sea Wonder. So I'm going to look that up in my closet. And let me see. It's funny. I know how to do everything inside and out on my phone. I have to think when I'm doing it on here. Okay, so this does... So in my Poshmark closet under brands, I'm going to look for Sea Wonder and see if it comes up. It has to come up, really, if it's in there. If it's not, it will not. But I know it's in there. Let me tell you about this little problem. And I am going to write to Poshmark. I love Poshmark, but when I go to look things up, they don't always come up. The search sucks. It really does. It sucks so bad. So this is a good way to show you. So now I'm going to go in, and instead of looking up, let's see if I could do it on this, on here too. I will look up, let's see if this is new with tags. No, this one isn't, but I would have put in new with tags if it was. I always put in available items. Now on the phone, it doesn't always show up, even if it is an available item. So I'm going to put in available items, and then I'm going to put in one of the colors that I think I would have put. So you see how prominent pink is. So I'm going to try pink. And then I'm going to take a quick look. Are those two the same pair of pants? No. I'm going to take a quick look through my pinks. Now, please keep in mind that you may only have 100 things in your closet. I have 1,700. So when I can't find something right away because it's not in Poshmark correctly, and I don't mean my doing, then it's wasting my time. And if you see, this is how long now it's taking me to look this up, because it's not in Poshmark under its name. They don't have it showing, even though it's in there. So I'm looking, la, 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 which is totally ridiculous. But see, I can't find that. But as I'm looking, I'm keeping things in my head that I'm also looking for. So I passed this one along the way. So now what I'm going to do, and this is Flying Tomato, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see, all right, is the color the same? Now, in this picture, one second, it's not the same. However, in the next picture, it's more like it, and that's the picture that I took. So what I'm going to do is I'm going in, and it still can be a little bit bluer. So let's see, on the laptop, can we make the color better? Because I may be able, no, not on that. Cancel. Let's see. No, so I'm just going to switch out pictures. Well, first, I'm not going to switch out pictures. I am going to go to the very bottom of the screen, and I am going to copy the listing. Not sure if you could see, but I'm going to copy the listing. Unable to copy listing. Oh, one second. Let me just, you know what? Why? Because I moved something. So you can't change something and then want to copy it. You have to copy it as is. So I just lost that one. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going in, and under that particular dress that I was just showing you, that I'm now looking up again, because now let's see if I can find this when I look it up, because I found it in the dresses. Let's look up ABCDEF Flying Tomato. This was good because it got me to do this. See, now it's not in there under Flying Tomato, even though I have it in as Flying Tomato. This video is going to become more about searching, because that's where the problem lies in Poshmark. So I'm going to search in closet. I'm going to go into the actual search and put in flying tomato. So now it brought it up. See, it brings it up if I put it in the search. So I'm going back in because it came out by mistake. I'm going to go into edit listing. And then I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And I'm going to copy the listing. It's going to say, this will take you to a copy of this listing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, do you want to continue? Yes. And then I am going to see, for this one, I'm going to just trade out the second picture with the first. And now I'm in the copied listing. So I'm going to get rid of, I'm going to kind of get rid of the first picture and switch it out with the second, because it's more of the color. If I was on my mobile phone, I would also make the color a little lighter. So I'll do that later. But for your not having to wait purposes, I'm going to go in. I'm going to see what it says. So it says right now, Flying Tomato dress pink, tan, blue, small, S, half sleeves, flare bell. All right, so let's look at this dress. Oh, it's also asymmetric. Okay, so I'm going to take that whole thing out. Well, I'm going to leave in Flying Tomato asymmetric dress. Pattern, nah. asymmetrical dress. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said asymmetrical dress. I apparently spelled that wrong. All right. And then I'm going to put in flare. No, why did I put in, what did I put in flare? That's not flare arms. I'll put in short sleeve, flare bottom, and it's also fit and flare, and it's flowy. So my new, it should have like multicolor in there too. It says flying tomato, asymmetrical dress, short sleeve, glare. I was getting glare from my light, so instead of putting in flare, okay, flare bottom, fit and flare. Actually, I'm gonna move that and put in fit and flare bottom. This way I can put in something else. Flowy. And let's see if I could fit multicolor in there. No. So I'll just put in there colorful. I'll figure out another word for that. If you could think of one, let me know. Then in the description, I have flying tomato dress, SW3243, woman size small. I'm going to now add asymmetric and asymmetrical. But first I have to learn how to write it. This is funny. One thing I'm great at is spelling, so I get annoyed when I don't know how to spell something correctly. So just in case you don't know how, I'm going to... Asymmetric is 1 S and 2 M's, and I keep putting in 2 S's and 1 M. So let me know if you like this kind of content, again, where I'm just chatting. Not a lot of people, quite a few people have said that they do, like I said in the beginning, and that's why I am doing this. So hopefully you're getting some work done. Make sure if you're not getting any work done yet and you're just watching this, that you go and grab your box of jewelry or your bin of clothing or whatever and start working. You don't have to watch. Oh, then I have in flare sleeves, flare sweater. And now I'm taking out that flare sleeves because they're really straight sleeves. I don't know what I was looking at. See, and these could be reasons why people are not buying it. And that's why I'm showing you this part, because I want you to show we make mistakes, like especially in the beginning. And if things are still in our closet, even if we're copying them, I'm trying to fix my sock if you see me moving around. Sometimes you don't always really look, and you can always add new things in. So let's see, straight sleeves, flare sweater dress, armpit to armpit. I put in the inches, which is really good. I used to do that a lot, but I really don't do it a lot anymore. And let me tell you, I bet you I'd make a lot more sales if I did. So with new things, I may start that. And I am measuring things. This is the funny thing. If someone asked for measurements before and I never got back to them, which is horrible, you should always get back to everybody. I actually did get back to them and tell them that I would look and then didn't. So very bad. I used to do it. I don't anymore. I'm starting every time I see something that someone asks for measurements, or if I have something similar to something that someone asked for measurements, I do it. So it also says here, tent dress. I must have seen other dresses like this or looked up this particular dress and found that. Princess dress A-line. Now, if there's anything else you could think that I could put in here, let me know. I am going to put in lightweight because and sweater dress, but lightweight sweater dress because it is a sweater dress. Lightweight, short sleeve sweater dress. This way people understand that, yeah, it's like sweater, but it's lightweight. I'm also going to put in beautiful fuchsia, blue, and tan. And I will look up the color for this blue. Pretty design. Now, if it was Aztec or Indian or something that I knew, I'd put in that. So fuchsia blue, tan. Now, I used to put commas in between everything, but after taking a couple of social media type classes and things that help you for Google to search, for people search, you don't have to put commas in. But you can if you want it to look good. All right, red, blah, pink and blue. Art Deco Shabby Chic Spring is what I have as my style tags. And I have it in for $18 because I lowered the price. The suggested price is $9 to $20. I'm not going to look it up again right now. I'm going to put it in as $20. And then I am going to save it. Well, yeah, list it. And then I have to go back in. So I want to see if it works the same way on here. Let's see. It does. So I'm going back into and making sure that it's the old one. And then, why doesn't it have delete? 1 second. See, I don't normally do it on here, but it doesn't say delete. So I don't want to keep the old one in. So what I'll do is literally the second I get off this video, I will go in and delete the other one. Now, I don't care if I have two up because people haven't bought this in so long. Like, it's been in there for so long that I don't think two are going to sell right now. If they do, it'll make for a funny video. But now, since I did that, I am going to fold this up. Now, remember, it was already online. So I'm just going to make it into as much of a ball as I can and then put it away. And that's what I will do with the rest of these. And though it's a long, I want to say tedious, but it really isn't until you're doing it for like, 6-7 hours for me. But it's a long process. But in the long run, it will help you to find your items immediately. Because you know that you checked your system, you checked to see if it's right, you made the changes you needed to make, and it can really declutter your mind. You're decluttering your clothes to declutter your mind. So that's all I'm going to do for right now, but I may start another video right after this because I feel like talking. So thank you for watching. If you like video content like this, let me know whether it's through a DM or in the comments, and let me know if it helps at all, what else you'd like to see or hear about. I think for me, it's easier to give you what you'd like to hear about right now because, number one, haven't been feeling good, so I'm sitting on the couch. Number two, I am doing my video through my phone, so I can't really show you how I take pictures or anything like that yet. So if there's anything that you want me to talk about that you need help with, just put in there talk about and then what you'd like to hear. And I'll be happy to do some chatty chats with you if I know the subject. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and ring that bell if you want to see more like this and be notified when I do these videos. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for accepting me as I am, sitting on the couch. Only got ahead sometimes. Got ahead? Only see ahead sometimes. So thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Have a great morning.